We talked
That's
about it a little bit ago. The Rashee Rice situation. There's no information out realistically on what the future may hold. We know for certain that he's out for this week. The ruling right now is out indefinitely. It could be a couple weeks. It could be a couple months. It could be the full season. They have not had or released
wonderful.
any information. As of right now, we know that he's had an MRI and he's undergone tests. They're going to a second opinion to determine the full extent of whatever the issue may be. The Chiefs are being very cryptic right now, so we cannot tell if it's worse than just one particular tendon ligament group, or if it is multiple, or if it's none, and it's just maybe a strain or a sprain, which would be better news. However, we do have to go on with the season. And right now, our wide receiver group is as follows: Juju Smith Schuster, uh,
Who you've won with?
who we've won with, but Juju Smith Schuster, Sky Moore,
Who you've won with?
Justin Watson.
Who you've won with?
And then you go to the tight end room, and then you've got Travis Kelsey, Noah Gray, and Jared Wiley, the rookie. We've also brought back Jody Fortson. So we could see some four tight end sets.
Just put Jody on the depth chart as a wide receiver, bro.
I'm fine with it. Uh, I'm a-okay with that. But yes, Tommy, are you correct in saying that we have won with them? Yes. Would it also be fair to say that some of these players either aren't that good, or aren't as good as they once were? Yes, 100%.
I ain't as
Justin
good as
Watson
I
is
once was.
Hey, but all you got
Justin
to
Watson,
do
not
is
that
be
good.
as good
Sky
as
Moore.
you got to be good once as you ever were. So, like at
Sky
the end of the
Moore
day,
has not caught a pass in 43 snaps.
how many passes have been thrown to him in 43 snaps?
Multiple. Not a lot, but multiple.
I'd
43
really like to hear
snaps.
a solid number instead of like multiple. I don't know
He's
what the
got,
fuck that is.
I think he has as many touchdown receptions, or less, excuse me, less touchdown receptions in his career than Xavier Worthy.
All you
I
need
think
him to do is to be as good once as he ever was. So this is his one shot. This is his once last shot right here.
it's this is his last shot. But I want to pose this question: given the fact that our wide receiver room is worse than it was at this time last season,
Shambles.
without a doubt, do you think Brett Veach makes a move? Maybe it's not this week, maybe it comes at or after the bye, but do you think he makes a move, and who do you think it might be for?
I can guarantee you it's I don't want to say guarantee. It probably won't be Devonte Adams. It probably won't be him.
Probably not. He's going to be very expensive, not only to get, but then very expensive to pay. And we do not have the cap room for Devonte Adams.
Well, and like the Raiders are idiots. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're
Always
that
have been.
stupid though. I don't think they're that stupid. That was like Al Davis's one rule. It was like do not trade a player within the fucking division. Don't do it.
True, but you're also probably going to cut him next year, which means that, you know, or after this season, which means either way, you're going to be on the hook for the 15, $16 million anyways. So you're either going to get something from him, either from the Chiefs or from another team, or you're just going to let him walk away for nothing and owe him $15 million.
I heard today that a lot of teams reached out for trades with Devonte Adams at the start of this year, and the Raiders told them all to fuck right off. So
Yeah,
I'll believe
smart
that when I see
organization.
it. I'll
So
believe
Devonte
that when I
Adams
see it.
most likely out. Who do we think are some realistic options outside of maybe a flyer on a Hunter Renfro, or oh, there's
Ugh.
another free agent
Ugh.
that I'm
He's
Ugh.
blanking on.
he's
Oh
playing
god.
right now.
If Hunter
Hunter
fucking
Renfro
Renfro
is.
ends up
No,
on
no,
our
no, no,
team,
no. I just someone else. Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett is playing right now on Monday Night Football. Wouldn't be the greatest option, but he would be
don't need him.
available.
You don't have the luxury to be picky right now, my friend.
Yeah, we do.
Beggars, in
A little
fact,
bit.
cannot be choosers.
You yourself said we won with
Uh,
everybody that we already have in our
That's
receivers.
true. That's true. But
Hunter
if
Renfro,
I'm
Michael
100% allowed to
Thomas,
be picky.
free agents.
I will trash the. I will get upset at our front office if they make a decision that ends up being stupid. So
it's
Okay,
just got to be like a good trade, like you guys can't get shafted. and
Do you
like
have
give
do
up
you have
way
any
too much
thoughts?
just to get a wide
Because
receiver
like
back.
there's only one person that's really on my mind that I think is realistic that I actually really want.
So you
Michael
could,
Thomas and Hunter Renfro are free agents, so we wouldn't need to trade for either one of them. I don't think they're the
No,
greatest options.
Michael
But if
Thomas
we
has
weren't
failed
wanting to
too
make a
many times
trade,
too recently.
either one of them could. I'm sure you're thinking where I am, Tybo and Amari Cooper.
Super duper.
Everybody and their
yeah, that's
mom
what they said
is
this
thinking
morning.
about Super Duper
Yeah.
Cooper. His cap hit is under $1 million. Very feasible. He's
Yeah.
got this year left on his deal, so it would be a 3/4 of a season rental. The good thing about Super Duper Cooper is he has been traded in the middle of a season before and came out and absolutely performed.
Mm-hmm.
Torn shit up.
So it is not uncommon to him, and I think he could really gel in this offense.
I think a talented wide receiver, the caliber of Amari Cooper, should be able to gel with somebody like Pat Mahomes. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just
Mm-hmm.
me.
Now, what if the teams in the NFL are like, look, listen, they're already down a bunch of fucking weapons. Nobody trade with these assholes to give him some more. Like, is that not like a possible like, look, man, like, fuck you. I'm not gonna
Sometimes
make a
Beach
trade to
is
make you better
offering
so you can win 3 in a row. Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing that.
sometimes Beach is offering stuff that's too good for them to pass up, man.
Too. Oh, I
I
don't know,
think
man.
I
I don't know
I,
about
I
that. If I'm
think
an owner, I'm like, no, I'm not doing shit. Don't do
Beach
anything with the
Beach
there's too
works
Chiefs.
many
magic.
couch potatoes with that mindset. There's too many couch coaches with that mindset. Like you think, yes, there are some teams that are very vindictive, but there's also teams that are more vindictive against teams in their own division than they are elsewhere. Sure, the Raiders may not want to give to the Chiefs, and that's fine. We probably wouldn't be able to afford Devontae Adams anyways. But would the Browns be more likely to keep Amari Cooper, get nothing for him as he leaves, and then, you know, allow the Ravens, their most hated rival, to win the division and potentially make a Super Bowl, or would they rather bolster the Kansas City Chiefs if they're going to be out of the playoffs to wreck the Ravens' day? Like
Yeah, that's
teams are
that's the other
most
side of
likely
it. That's
thinking about
that's the
that.
different side of the coin. Yeah, it's either like we can get rid of these guys so we can watch the Ravens lose, or it's like we just don't want to watch the Chiefs win. There's definitely two sides there. I'm with you. I'm with you
And also help themselves
because
out. Like nobody's going to sit
that's
here and say,
vindictive
let's
either
let
way.
this player go for nothing at the end of the season. If we
Yeah.
can get something for him and we're
Hmm.
also like not going to make the playoffs or whatever it is, doesn't make any sense. Let's bolster our own roster and screw over our biggest competition.
Yes. No, yeah, there's definitely two sides. There's two sides to that. Because I agree with you, but that's also still very vindictive of a team.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's like we can't beat it, but you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So you have a point there. I'm with you.
I do like the idea for Super Duper Cooper. Tybo, there's another name out there, the likes of Deontay Johnson, who used to play for the Steelers, now plays for
I
the
mean, why would Carolina
Panthers.
give him up though? Like,
They
Yeah.
just decided to pay him, or no, excuse me. He's only, if I remember correctly, has this year left under contract. He had the multi-year extension as a Pittsburgh Steeler, and then came in, and now this is should be, if I remember correctly, the final year on his deal. Why would they give him up? Why would Deontay Johnson want to stay when he becomes a free agent?
true.
What about DeAndre Hopkins?
Don't want him washed.
I
Because he's
haven't.
on a garbage team. That's why
I
get rid of
definitely didn't
DeAndre.
want him as a free agent, given when he was a free agent and given some of that. But I kind of reign with that sentiment. Beggars can't be choosers, Tommy, in the way of if we're taking him for 3/4 of a season, I don't feel too bad taking on
You didn't
DeAndre
want him
Hopkins.
over a year ago. Why would you want him now? He's on
Out of
Because our
necessity.
he's
out
only
of
old.
necessity, our wide
Yeah.
receiver room a year ago was much better than it is right this second.
Fucking 2 months ago, your wide receiver room was a lot better than it is right now.
Hmm.
Wouldn't be my first choice, but if it was my last choice, I would
If
take
it
it.
was a feasible choice, you'd probably wouldn't be angry with it.
And
Yeah.
he fits in the wage structure. That was one of the other reasons why, as a free
Wage.
agent, I
Yeah.
didn't want him. He didn't
Hmm.
fit within the cap space with what he was asking for, nor within the age structure. Now we're kind of at wit's end. He doesn't necessarily fit within the age structure, but he does fit within the wage structure. And if we can get that, then I'm not too unhappy. Though there are many other options I'd rather take before I get to D Hop.
Yeah,
Word.
I don't want D-Hop. Amari
David
Cooper or
Montgomery
nothing at this
touchdown.
point, man. Amari
I
Cooper.
I'm with you. I want. What do you think it would take, Tybo, to get Amari Cooper?
Picks, man. That I mean, picks are the way. Picks are the way teams rebuild.
You think they would? You think they would let him go for a fourth? 31-year
I don't
old
know.
Amari
I don't know.
Cooper.
I don't know how to. I don't know if I don't know one thing. It's NFL contracts. If I don't know two things, it's fucking how players are valued in trades nowadays. I don't. I don't. I can't. I'm not the one, man. I'm not.
So Amari Cooper's at least a third round, no? Like if you believe in Amari Cooper and how much he could help you, he's a third round draft pick probably.
that that is understandable, right? But then when you're talking about valuation of players,
Under the
it's
table cash considerations. I don't care, Brett Veach. You're done.
under the
No,
table hand
because
job.
because you got to think if you know, especially too if you're the Browns and you know that the Chiefs need him, it's like, look, this guy's if this guy's going to help you as much as you think as you think he is, like I want a third round pick, not a
Give him
fourth
a
round
I mean,
pick.
I would
Fuck
give
you.
I'd
give
give
him
a
a
third or a
first
fourth.
rounder. We don't need first round picks anymore.
Oh yeah, all your great players are fucking second and third rounders. So what? Yeah,
Exactly.
unsigned free agents,
Yeah, no, I mean, I
fuckers.
I would give a third or a fourth round. I just think the value, right? He has no contract at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to stay as a Brown anyways. I want you to get something, and it's also going to benefit us. You should be happy to take a
Amari
fourth
Cooper
round pick.
retires a Chief.
Super Bowl champion, Amari Cooper.
No,
Nice.
no,
I think it would be
no.
a storybook ending to his career.
Storybook ending,
He got drafted
maybe.
by the Raiders, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's right.
Somebody's sad over there.
No, no, he was drafted by the Cowboys. I thought we got him from the
Oh,
Cowboys.
you traded him to the
Oh, we did trade him
Cowboys,
to the
who then
Cowboys.
traded him to the Browns.
To the Browns, yeah, dude. We just we get burnt like
Guy
that so
doesn't even know his
often.
own team.
Get burnt like that so often.
I
It's
mean,
awful.
that's so fucking on par for you. That totally tracks.
What?
You don't know your own team.
Don't know my own team. All
Don't know.
right. Yeah. I don't worship people on my team, I'll tell you that much. Like these two fucking jagaloons I'm with.
I don't have a shrine built anywhere. What are we talking
They-
about?
You're sitting in one, jackass. There's literally they're behind you, you fucking
There's
idiots.
multiple teams, multiple
It
players,
doesn't
not
really
just
because I
one.
believe there's a jersey in frame there.
I don't have a
Either
jersey
way,
in frame.
there are two jerseys in frame.
Oh, in the frame, yes, but that's Oklahoma, and that is Trent Green.
Who is a
Hey, these
was
guys
a
blocked for that dude.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that.
There's hope on the
Don't worship.
horizon, Chiefs.
Willie Rofe and Will Shields are my players of the
Two of
game.
the greatest. There was no players in the game. The team played. The
Bud
team played bad.
Dupree. Bud Dupree had 2 sacks. He's player of the game.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt, fantastic. Listen, there's hope on the horizon,
Not
Chiefs
only
fans.
is
We're not
Tommy
out of it yet.
a fan of a trash team, he's a trash fan of a trash team.
Trash fan of a trash team.
Hope is
Oh,
on the
I'm sorry.
horizon. Brett Veach will get something done, whether it's a trade or free agency. Andy Reid will eventually take over the helm and get Patrick Mahomes and that ship right as we head into week 5, 1 week before we go into before we have a bye. We have a bye week at week 6. But the next game up is a doozy coming on Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. Not any longer red hot.
Why'd you say it like that?
A doozy.
A doozy. New Orleans.
New
It's
Orleans,
New Orleans.
People say
maybe.
things differently. How do you say pecan? Pecan?
Oh yeah, I say pecans or pecans or whatever, dude. I don't know. That's
Doesn't
fair.
even
I don't
know.
know, but like you didn't, but
doesn't
you
know his
didn't say
team.
like no
He
one
doesn't
says
know how
New
to say
Orleans.
words. Like this,
I've
New
heard
you.
people.
Orleans.
I've heard people say that before.
I say
What
New
do you want
Orleans.
him?
I
What
say
do you want him to
Nolans.
say?
I mean,
Nolans.
Nolans,
Nolans.
yeah.
You can say oil. Say
Uh,
oil or oil. Which one? Like
What?
fuck.
What?
Exactly. Oil or oil?
it's all. I got
Oil.
all money.
Oil.
Oil.
I do not
This
have
is
all
getting out of
money.
hand.
It
Brett
is.
Beach is going to figure this one out, and so is Andy Reid. Pat Mahomes. They'll get it. They'll get it figured out.
They
It may
will.
look ugly for a little bit, but post bye week, we're going on a stampede, running everybody over, and that includes the Raiders. Check us out at
Yeah,
the end of the
I
week as
concur.
we preview Chiefs versus Saints. And until next time, go Chiefs.
If the Chiefs get Amari Cooper, we can rename ourselves the Super Duper Cooper Troopers.